Hello and welcome everyone to my first video of the 7 Days to Die Alpha 20 update. Now, I could have gone the sensible route, showcasing all the important changes to the game. The new drone, the new weapons, the new towns. But yeah, of course not. This is a Laney video after all, and there should be plenty of time for that. For now, I have gone on my very own Easter egg hunt, and here are a few of the clearly most crucial changes in 7 Days to Die Alpha 20. Let's start with the first, and easily the dumbest one, the font. As soon as you load into the game, you are greeted by the tips and a brand new font. It's just thicker. Moving on. Headshots to zombies often result in head explosions, also known as papayas around here. However, the old spider zombie, who is now vertical by the way, experiences a different head phenomenon. Tom fully loses his head, leaving a tiny spine attached to the zombie corpse that spews out some gory zombie blood. His tiny zombie head rolls off somewhere in the vicinity, but upon closer inspection, it's the head of an old male zombie model. In other freaky news, Traitor Wrecked almost looks like a wholesome human being. Hugh, while still the most badass of traitors, now has this mouth gap situation going on. The one-eyed stare and permanently open mouth is the last thing you will see before he devours your soul. Also, no matter how hard I tried, you cannot loot this weapon rack behind him. But at least he has some harvestable piggies outside. Look at all that lovely bacon. Speaking of food, the bear model now looks like it's ready to eat you with its chunky teeth. And thankfully, Jen is still a total snack. But sadly, team, I still look like this, and this, and whatever this is. Behold, the true horror of the apocalypse. On a happier note though, eggs from Ness now have freckles. Clearly, the single greatest change to the game. You can also eat those yummy eggs in the comfort of this brand new booth, or sexy looking sofas that come in many different color palettes. Speaking of color, the Paintbrush has received a change. One would think with all the amazing new models and textures, we would get to use them in other objects around the home. Nope. Despite new colors all around the world in various new objects, the Paintbrush only has as many swatches as it did during Alpha 19. We do get a new brush type though, which paints a whole section. This is absolutely incredible and will make painting walls and floors easy in one quick step. While testing this at the booby trap, as one does, I also noticed the, sure, let's keep calling them Nightclub zombies, now have some stools to rest when they're not manning the pole. The vending machine outside the building is no longer there, and the club is also quite appropriately attached to the adult movies POI. In fact, many old POIs were reworked and updated in this patch, including some iconic tier 5s like the Dijon Tower, my favorite of course the Crack-A-Book headquarters, and well, where it all started, the filthy Higashi pharmaceutical. At least in here, you can find the new escalators, which cannot be turned on, but at least you can pretend to ride. However, what you can turn on are these button panels located around vault doors or garage doors, and keys you can sometimes find near locked doors that will automatically open them. So many new changes to go over, but I really wanted to point out the ones that, while not crucial, really make the world make more sense. Like you can wrench ice machines to get some snow for water. You can open up these beautiful newsstands to get paper. You no longer need to hunt down those sneaky bunnies through the bushes, when a vehicle can do it better. Close your eyes, Coco. Nothing to see here. Gore now looks more, well, gory. The Daphne zombie is now more subdued in colors and looks much better. This car is now more vibrantly green. 'Cause... why not? Toilet stalls now have some privacy with, doors. The tea flowers and cotton are much improved. There are now red and yellow fire hydrants by the streets. You can even find graffiti on some buildings. The amount of clutter items were significantly increased, and you can really tell walking down a street that the atmosphere is much more realistic. It doesn't feel like you're going from block to block. The roads are painted. There is almost a set design everywhere you look, with POIs intersecting each other, bridges, sewers, and even subway stations now populating this world. It is honestly everything I could have ever hoped to visually see in this game, and they still found some time to put on some tiny Easter eggs for us to find. The example that comes to mind is the best weapon in the game and a new addition with Alpha 20, the Pipe Assault Rifle. It might be busted, it might be overpowered at the moment, but disregarding that, you can find a tiny Roadhog on it and the Fun Pimps A20 mark at the top. I can't wait to see how many of these are out there to find, so please let me know if you have ran into some more. On the same kind of topic, the new driving theater is playing movies we have seen in posters before. Sweet, memorable gems like Mama's Justice or Sexual Tension. Classics. I also found there was a difference between frames and blocks. The frames cost 2 wood and now look solid but can be picked up with E, while the blocks play solid, similar to the old flagstone blocks, cannot be picked up but are already upgraded to wood. The left block here is the frame, the right is the block. If you can upgrade the frame, it becomes a block. At the end of the day, I could go on and on about all the changes made to Alpha 20, and many people have. I will be sure to put out more specific videos in the future, as I have not even touched on some of the main features, like the million building shapes that were added, the much anticipated drone, the pipe guns, the world generation, farming, weapon changes, and much more. I know this was a bit more silly than most, but I just hope you found some things interesting, or at least some stuff you have also noticed around your game. Coming into this weekend, I hadn't really watched anything, or seen what was really going to be available in this new version. So I ran around in awe, trying to find all the new things, and I honestly need like 100 more hours to go through it all. If you were expecting more exploration, a beautiful new world, and a few new gadgets to play with, this alpha certainly delivers. The gameplay is not much more different, but in a sandbox survival, I like to create my own story, and only time will tell before we see where this journey takes me next. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave it in the comments if you found any other changes, and thank you to all the lovely people who have been supporting me for this wild ride. Until next time, bye.